What's up, folks? Welcome to another episode of Tales from the Archive here on Handelabra Games. My name is Zach from Another Letdown Media and the This Is Difficult video game podcast. I'll be your host this evening. Tales from the Archive is the show where we do something weird, wacky, or unusual with the medium of Sentinels of the Multiverse, the digital game, to show off just how robust and well-designed the game system, both physical and digital, have proven to be. There we go, words. This is not the show where we will really get into high-depth, technical play. In fact, I do a lot of rewinding and changing of my mind and things like that. It's really just hang out and play Sentinels, and usually have some sort of theme attached to it as well. I will do my best to try and win games, but even heroes fall sometimes, and that just makes for fun, interesting, and exciting stories. As with all the shows that we host on the Handelabra Games channel, as well as the Another Letdown Media channel, and the This Is Difficult podcast network at large, we believe in civil rights for absolutely everyone, and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal are not welcome and will not be tolerated. So, we're back. I don't even remember if I was here last year. This week has been absolute chaos. I honestly couldn't tell you what I did most of the week, because my thoughts the last couple of days have been dominated by the passing of one of my all-time favorite drummers, the Foo Fighters percussionist Taylor Hawkins. We did a special tribute to him last night on Watching Paint Dry, and really it was just like let's create a positive and upbeat stream, because that's what he did for us musically. So that was kind of our little special rest in peace Taylor moment. But it kind of continues today, because the theme of the show, or the story that I kind of spitballed in my head, was this one. I called it Learn to Fly. And I've been thinking about this for a while, because I want to learn better how to use Benchmark, and he flies. So I was like, oh, well, okay. So this is where we're going with it. It's a Benchmark thing. We're gonna play a bunch of Benchmark games, and just kind of see what he does in various situations. Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna be obviously part of the team. I don't know. I've got nothing to say today. I'm just kind of blabbering, so let's just get into it. So I'm going to pair him, this first game, I'm going to pair him up with some players that I know really well, that can act in a support role and really try and focus my energy on Benchmark here. So Scholar's going to come in. I know him reasonably well. I don't like to lose, so Legacy. I don't know, who else is kicking around? We're also competing with the Oscars tonight, so not that anybody actually watches that anymore. I do, but... Film dork, right? Team leader Tachyon, Crazy Avid says. Yeah, okay, that's a good one. Oops, that's super scientific. There we go. Yeah, there's a good team. Benchmark and a few supporters. I like that. She gives the extra draw, see more of his cards. Yeah, that's a great point. That's a great point. My temptation is to go with an environment that we don't get to see all that often, but one that's not super over the top. And my eyes immediately fall on Realm of Discord. It's Complexity 2. I know most of the cards that are going to come out of it, and they're wacky, and they immediately throw him into bajillions of different technical situations, so that's kind of my call, unless the chat has something better. I'm gonna throw that in for now, but we'll see how he does. As for a villain, I mean, we could stick with the Foo Fighters thing and do Citizen Dawn. She does have a card called Devastating Aurora. Aurora being Taylor Hawkins' favorite song, allegedly. If we're going long game, though, I mean, it's absolutely Akash Buddha. I did say one of these days that I'd do the Gloomwalker into Spite challenge, but I haven't had enough time to practice that. That might be a summer thing. Oops, what am I doing? Matriarch does have lots of flying things. My god, that's true. Didn't we beat up on the Matriarch like last week or something? Like very recently? Or maybe she beat up on us, I don't remember. Yeah. She's definitely the most in on flying, though, for sure. Although Infinitor does kind of fly, I guess. Yeah, he flies. Wager Master kind of... Wager Master kind of hovers. Dreamer's always fun. That was a good challenge there. No, we're not doing Plague Rat. Not this time. I'm gonna grab Dreamer. Just for something different. I'm gonna run this, see what happens. I have to do a bunch of beating, but we'll see. Alright, so right off the bat, Benchmark has Auto-Targeting Protocol, Flyby, Reinforced Chassis, and Threat Neutralizer. Legacy has Bolster Allies, Danger Sense, Flying Smash, Heroic Interception. So once again, drawing more cards out of his Benchmark's deck. That'll be cool. Tachyon, Team Leader Tachyon has Accelerated Assault, Fleet of Foot, Lightspeed Barrage, and Quick Insight. That's an odd start for her, but I'm not going to complain about it. Scholar has Bring What You Need, Grace Under Fire, Mortal Form to Energy, and Proverbs and Axioms. Alright, we're going to see Toymaster, Whippicorn. Nope. Macabre Spectre, Whippicorn. Treacherous Ape, Whippicorn. Dark Hero. Worse. Boy, another Treacherous Ape? Alright. So let's take a look at what these do before they do us a bunch of damage. Toymaster literally just cracks in and kind of don't play equipment cards. Okay, we can handle that. Macabre Spectre, at the end of the villain turn, this deals everything 2. Whenever a target other than this card is destroyed, so it's ignorable, basically. This looks like Hatbox Ghost from Disney. Treacherous Ape. Start of each hero's turn, we're going to take 4 because there's 2. Good lord. We just need to crash in at them, though. That's fine. And Dark Hero, that's a problem. Dark Hero is actually a problem. So, here we go. Ow! That's so painful. Yeah, 6 a turn. God. I don't even know where to begin here. I mean, Reinforced Chassis is super good. Brings it back to 4 a turn. Draw a card, Intel Analyzer. This isn't going to hurt anything because Dark Hero is a jerk. Let's take a look at that Reinforced Chassis. After the Treacherous Apes do their thing. Oh, sorry, not Reinforced Chassis. Intel Analyzer. At the start of your turn, if you have more software than hardware in play, draw a card and destroy 2 software cards. Okay, fine. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards, you may play a software card. No. Okay. Auto-targeting. Standard stuff. Benchmark deals up to 5 targets, 1. Ugh, gross. I mean, fine, because we got Legacy, but... Yikes. Here's Flying Smash. That'll at least get through for a bit. It does get the Treacherous Apes out of here. So that'll help. Unfortunately, I wasn't thinking and should have done a thing differently, but... Should have played that differently, but that's fine. Okay, so he's going to bolster damage. Here's the Legacy Ring. That's going to be clutch. Fleet of Foot. I don't hate that as an opener. Accelerated Assault. Still not going to do anything because the Dark Hero's kicking around. Multi-point HUD, increased damage dealt by benchmark this turn by 1. Next evolution, love that. Another Lightspeed Barrage, not helpful. That's awesome. Oh my god, that's so good. Draw 3, discard 2. Yeah, that seems fine. 1, 2, and 3. We will discard the Research Grant because our base power is just better in most cases. We need to start getting bursts in the bin, so there's that. We got 3 in. Everybody draw a card. We got Overhaul Loadout. I'll take a look at that in a minute. Surge of Strength. Great. Pushing the limits, fine. Offensive Transmutation, okay. Alright, so Grace Under Fire is kind of exactly perfect. Although, Offensive Transmutation... So this will be 4 non-hero target cards in play. Let's read this carefully. 1 target, X damage. Okay. So that'll go to 5. We need to get rid of the Dark Hero. That's what we're going to do here. Dark Hero is the biggest nuisance in that deck. Fight me. Like... There are other giant nuisances in this deck, but... Oh boy. Alright, increase all damage dealt by 1. Imbued Frailty. Well. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, it seems that way, Crazy Ivan. We are about to get clobbered. Because now there's a Dark Hero and Imbued Frailty, so we're taking 8 every turn. Oh wait, no, we're not, because that was the Treacherous Safe that was the bigger problem there. But we still got Galvanize up. I don't have any hardware in play at the moment, which is a nuisance. I don't really care. Don't care about that. Draw up to 3 cards. Move any number of hardware. That's not helpful. Nope. See, this is where I get stuck. I just don't know his deck well enough to do anything. Like, I live in fear of this clause. I mean, it does give me a card. Which I guess is fine. I don't know, the payoff just doesn't seem quite as good. Does that? Oh, wait. Wait, you're right. There was a thing that destroyed Frailty. Hold on, what is it? Is it Threat Neutralizer? Yes, it is. Good call. Get rid of that. It's, I guess, somewhat helpful. Man, Legacy is just basically already dead. That is not good. So I guess I'm just going to go on the full support mode here. That's helpful. Oh, takedown. That's nice. Accelerated Assault hits Dreamer. I don't really want to do that. Hey, Seamus. Oh, did I forget to update the thing again? My head's not on straight today. I'm still a little, oops. I'm still a little, oh, this is going to be loud, isn't it? Not working. Okay, that fixed it, I guess. Probably take a minute to update, but... I'm also, like, I'm not not feeling super entertaining today either. I spent most of the day just lying on the couch with, or lying on the bed with my cat, so... Alright, I'm just gonna dump some burst cards and just get that going, because Accelerated Assault not actually as helpful as I thought it might be. Photon Initialization, Motivational Charge, Fleet of Foot, Fleshed Iron. Alright. Hypersonic Assault. Okay, that's not bad. Actually, that's not bad at all. Well, here we go again with the Grace Under Fire. Just 187 that right away. There's still a lot of problems in play. Portal Fiend. Delightful. Oh god, the Tooth Fairy. Someone needs to discard a card. That's going to be Tachyon. She needs bursts in the bin. Oh, it's everybody. Never mind. God, I don't know. Flyby, I can always recur that in other ways. Interception's not going to happen. I guess... Oh, that could be useful, actually. No. I'm not likely to play that at this moment. Okay, I did have a hardware. Onboard cooling systems. The first time a software card enters play. Ooh! Oh, that's... Oh my god, I like that. I want that all the time. Alright, something's going to take 2 here. We're going to do something to prevent stuff here. In fact, I think it's going to be Hypersonic Assault. I know she's going to end up taking one, but like that's fine. All right, we've been inspiring. Let me just see what this is going to do. It's 1 damage plus 2, and then nothing can attack. Maybe that's aggressive. Maybe that's too aggressive. Flesh to Iron plus Alchemical Redirection. Let's Scholar tank for a turn. That is true. Yeah, but I think I just got rid of the Fleshed Iron, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Oh well. Let's start by drawing cards. It's free. Another Inspiring Presence, okay. Supersonic Response, no one to hold fast. Alright, so... The Macabre Spectre, I mean, would just die to that. Okay. Like, that sucks. Okay. Well, I can't Flesh to Iron though, can I? No, I can't because I got rid of it. I just didn't see myself playing it. I did discard it, yeah. There's some other lines, though. So hold on. There's always Truth Seeker, which we hit for 4. Although the Oni does have DR of 1, so we want to go bigger than that if we can. Nothing can deal damage this turn, so like we've got a bit. I kind of like Proverbs and Axioms. Although Grace Under Fire would kill the Granite Oni. We don't really care about the Toy Master at the moment. Get out of the way. I really don't want to do. Let's just go ahead and Grace Under Fire, kill this thing. And heal up 1. Okay, no one to turn loose is a great pickup, but let's see what we can do with it. E-Bonds is a bit of a nuisance. Okay, Illusory Demon is actually quite annoying. Alright, well, so things stuck, so that's nice. Legacy's back on 10. Another hardware. What I'd really like is another power, so let's see what we got. Discard a card. If you do, one other player may draw a card and use a power. I don't hate that. That's not bad. 5 targets, 1 energy damage each, which is currently 3. It's fine. Whoops. Draw 2 cards, discard 2 cards. You may, whatever. Thanks, Greg. No, it's actually, this is one I was planning on doing for quite a while, because I don't know Benchmark very well, and I want him to learn to fly. So it's actually like, it's just kind of coincidental that I was able to do it today. But yeah, I'm definitely still a little bit shaken. You can either draw a card or play a software card. If you have... Wait, what? Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Oh, multi-point HUD is actually quite nice. Upgraded memory unit. Increase HP recovery. Okay, whatever. I'm going to put the multi-point HUD out. First time he does a thing. Well, here you go. For 4. Here you go for 4. And we'll shoot him. I want to use the HUD here because I have an extra power usage. Draw a card and shoot that thing. Greg, we need to build your deck for Friday. Like we really need to do that. Can you get a shell put together and I will send you the red Barkham cards? Duke's building rules are... Survivor 0 to 5, Neutral 0 to 5, and up to 5 other allies, 5 allies of any color that are humans. I can text you more about that as you go. You can't use Arkham DB to build a Barkham deck, though, so you have to do. You're just gonna have to do it with a text file, which is a nuisance. Actually, you know what I'll do? You know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna text you the backside of that. I have the pictures for you. Give me 1 second while I'm thinking about it. Sorry, chat. This is not exactly exciting, but this is for a thing that Greg and I will be hosting on Friday on my channel. We are playing Arkham Horror the card game, and we will be doing that. We'll be playing the Barkham Horror, the Dogs of Arkham Horror expansion or setting or story. It's gonna be very fun. We cannot wait. We're very, very excited. So yeah, Greg, I just sent you all the cards that are relevant to your deck. Okay, sorry about that. So the only stuff left in play here would be these two dummies, which I could just attack outright. She's gonna flip. And now I've got things covering everything. Okay, here we go. So Flying Smash is an option. I could do Modi Charge, actually. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna run Legacy Ring, and we'll see what happens. That's what I'm gonna do. Legacy Ring first. We'll see what happens if I can get out the Motivational Charge. That'll be nice. Now we don't want to do another Hypersonic Assault, but I can understand HUD Goggles coming in. Lightning Reflexes, that's just 2-card play. Having all 3 Lightspeed Barrages in the hand right now with 8 in the bin, that basically just takes care of anything she plays. So we're just going to dump 2 cards out. Actually, I'm going to push the limits too. Or actually, oh, you know what I should have done? Dang. Yeah, that's fine. We'll draw cards. Legion Core, Heroic Interception, Fleet of Foot. God, I've drawn all of those. Hey, Iron Moose. Don't dismiss anything. It's my favorite Scholar card. Speed, Research Grant. Great. Okay, cool. So, man, we're just going to unload on whatever she plays. That said, I'm going to do Proverbs and Axioms. And the reason for this is drawing cards, first of all. See, that's what I was wondering. P-Fiend, non-environment target with the second highest, so that's not going to hit Dreamer. And this one hits the hero target specifically, so no. We're just going to gain health across the board here. Just try and gain it, be as ready as we can for her flip. Portal Fiend smacks for 1, time flies. Ooh, okay. Okay, that's annoying, but not the worst. Most cards in play can't play cards until this... Okay, fine. So it's actually benchmark here. Okay, cool. We got 2 projections coming in. Treacherous Ape, Tooth Fairy. Those are easy. Another Treacherous Ape. Alright. Oh, jeez. Okay, this might actually be more dangerous than I thought. Okay. Oni can hit that all day, every day. Ow! What the heck just happened? There's something very pleasing lore-wise about Flesh to Iron in this setup. That I already discarded? I don't have another one. Okay, so we lost the thing that was doing cool stuff. Time flies does what? Play an extra card, draw an extra card. Awesome. Okay. Oh, but he can't play cards, so it doesn't matter. Draw a card. We're going to smack the Dark Hero, because that's our option at the moment. Alright, now... Ow! We need to survive another turn, and I don't think Legacy's going to. Presence since Flying Smash. Oh, that's right, because I have Time Flies. Duh. Alright, yeah. No, that's absolutely the correct call. Or do I Motivational Charge? No, I think it is Flying Smash. Go here. Go here. Yeah. Go here. That's unfortunate. We're up to 2. Alright, well. Got the combo all over again. Okay. So... Sonic Vortex is 3 damage to several different things. Is that just the place to start? Or... I got 2 card plays here. 3 if I go pushing the limits. I think that's how that works, but one of them has to be pushing the limits, so maybe it's just Vortex 1 2. I mean, this is just going to everything, really. Yeah. Right, yep. Nope, we're not going to hit her. That's bad. Okay, so Oni's at 2. Oh, I could have just blinding speeded the portal fiend. That said, Scholar's got a bunch on board. I think this will work. Reflexes gives you an additional play. True, but the question is, do we need it? I don't think we do. With Scholar still to go and a whole bunch of gas in his hand, I think all I need to worry about here is the Granite Oni. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. No, there's an argument there that I like. So if we do... I'm just going to do Fleet of Foot and see what happens. Oh. Oh, check this out. Okay. So if I do Lightning Reflexes for Sucker Punch the Granite Oni, Supersonic Response the Portal Fiend. Yeah, that worked out. Glad I slowed down and looked at that. Thank you, Iron Moose and Crazy Ivan. Draw all the cards. All right. Do I just know when to turn? So Truth Seeker would do it. Actually, Truth Seeker would be perfect here. Yeah, Truth Seeker it is. And I got an extra card play, so... recovery, yeah. Sure. Okay, fine. We'll use Truth Seeker. Oh, I can't. Duh. Wow, that was stupid. Alright, fine. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Hold on. What are you doing? Oh, whatever. Okay, yeah, that's fine, whatever. That's fine. Positive energy field. Oh! Oh, okay! Let's go! Awesome. Well, she's gonna kill the Portal Fiend. She'll hit everything else. It's fine. Okay. Good. Yes, perfect. Okay. Discarded cards. Great, fine. We can do that. I don't really care at this point. Don't need an extra one of those. This bursts in the bin. Actually, that's limited, so we'll just discard that. We're not going to use this at this point. As great as it is. Okay, well, we survived. How many projections do you need to destroy? 8. It's H times 2. Okay, now he's got absolutely jack all in play right now. I do like the microfabricator. Allowing me to play more stuff. That's legacy healing up a little bit, hopefully. And this is gonna kill something. Sure. Oh, Infernal Missile Pod. So it's either a secondary cannon, which I do love here. Actually, that's really good here. And at the end of your turn, when you play a discard, then you may discard a card. No. I'm sure there are reasons to, but I haven't figured that out yet. Okay, so I can't play anything here. I can just galvanize. But that's fine. Alright. I mean, it's kind of a waste to do Lightspeed Barrage on a Tooth Fairy. I'm just going to double draw. Which seems a bit foolhardy, but I'm okay with it. I'm not going to immediately end my turn. Mortal Form to Energy doesn't seem terrible. It's just Transmuted Recovery again. And then Truth Seeker. Benchmarks many moving parts. I know. But I'm just trying to move things along here. Imbued Vitality. Okay, well, fine. Hey, look, Benchmark's, you know, back to fighting shape. Come on, give me... Yes, good. That's all I need. That is all I need. She's gonna hit everything for 2. The idea of... Oh, Night Terrors. Okay, well... This is less than ideal. Hey Maya, do you want to fight crime? Oh, the hairdryer. Okay, well... Boy, I'd love to get rid of that. We can. We should. Well, in Magical Christmas Land, we're not going to get another turn here. I think we win this game. Oh, threat neutralizer. There we go. Done. Get rid of that. That's a nuisance. I can discard this to deal some damage. I got an extra one of these. Okay, so that's like the last thing we want to do then. Shoot that. We'll play a hardware card, that's fine. Upgraded memory unit, sure. And yeah, you're right. You're right. I think Missile Pod does have a discard interaction. We can play a thing here. Sure, then I have it. Alright, can we finally play? Yeah, we can. We can finally play Motivational Charge. And we will Galvanize. Then Motivationally Charge. It only gets in for 4. That's fine. That's fine. Nimble Strike will kill either one of those things. Dead you. This weird nickel and diming stuff is strange. Okay, like, part of me wants to know when to turn loose and just go bananas, but I realize I can get it with the Truth Seeker, too. So here's Proverbs and Axioms. Flyby. Backfist Strike. Synaptic Interruption. A Chemical Redirection. Okay, well, we've done it. That's 8, right? No, it's 9. Fantastic. Destroy. Yeah, this is why I played Shunt Energy. I knew that was coming, so we did it, and we got out of it. Environment turn? What do you got? Spinning Vortex. Fine. Each player... What is it? When this card enters play, each player may destroy any number of their ongoing or equipment cards. Then any player deals himself a bunch of damage, 6 damage or something like that. Do I care? I don't think I care. Okay, and we win. Yay! Okay, well, that wasn't terrible, I guess. Could have gone better. There was a couple of beats that I missed, but... Oh my god. Sorry, suddenly my back just, like... What's the theme today? No, Foo Fighters. Sort of. No, honestly, it's just learning to play Benchmark. I don't really know very well how to play him. And I got one coming down the road on Kashthria also. They're just characters I don't play all that often. And the fact that I could title it Learn to Fly, and in the wake of the passing of Taylor Hawkins, just kind of seemed like a good day to do it. So it's just one that's been on my list for a while. I'm a giant Foo Fighters fan, and that's been sort of my weekend, dominated by sadness and whatnot. One thing I think might help with Benchmark is taking a couple minutes to look through his deck and see what cards have static effects, extra draw, extra play. Oh, see the problem if I do that, though? I mean, I'll do it. That's fine. But, like... Oh, dear. Ah. What is it? Multiverse? I won't remember them. Like, I'll get into the game and be like, what does this do again? What's his name? Benchmark. It's way at the top. Okay, so yeah, and I guess we can do it in such a way that, like, ow, there we go. Like, we can pick a deck or a villain that we know will force us to prioritize a specific thing. That is true. Oh my god, I hadn't thought of that. Foo Fighters in the name Foo Fighters, of course, comes in reference to I'm not sure if it was World War. I think it was World War II. UFO stuff. Okay, so discard a card. If you do, one other player may draw a card and use a power. Okay, fine. So I'm going to start by taking a look at the hardwares, because those seem to be like the thing, you know. At the end of your turn, discard the top card of your deck. Then you may put... Okay, so that's fine. Whenever you discard a card from your hand, you may put it onto this card. At the end of your turn, destroy all the cards onto this card, which is mandatory. It's compulsory. It's not an option. One target, one fire damage some number of times, where X is the number... That's weird. That is very strange wording. I don't hate it, though. Either move a software card from your trash into your hand or use power. Okay, good. The end of your turn is the Microfabricator. You may play a hardware card or draw a card, then you may discard a card. Fort Adamant from... Oh, ooh, oh. Oh, I'm there, Iron Moose. Let's do it. Absolutely. I'll come right back to that in a second. Missile Pod plus Absolute Zero is bonkers. Meaning that you target Absolute Zero with it? Well, right, if he has his combo set up, which, you know. Yeah, right. That I knew. I like this card. Like, that's sick. Reinforced chassis, okay, fine. Secondary cannon, yeah, that's looking for... It's adding discards. So really, like, the Missile Pod is super good here. That is, again, weird wording. Yeah. Yep, I see that. It looks like a lot of the hardware feed the Missile Pod, which I'm fine with. I can play around that, but it does seem a little bit commission heavy. Intel Analyzer also feeds it. That's just tanking stuff. Yeah, so it looks like that's kind of what we want to be doing here. Although Tactical Communicator is pretty cool too. Alright, well let's give this a try. Alright, so we wanted to do Grand Warlord Voss, Young Legacy, Legion Corps to use a power at the start of the turn, null point, multi-point HUD for +1, load on initialization. Yeah, he does. We'll grab Absolute Zero. Fanatic. Sorry. Supply and demand benchmark. I've gone right past him. What does his power do? Gains 1 hit point. Play the top card of your deck. Oh, that's cool. Let's throw him in there somewhere. And the environment we wanted to do is Fort Adamant. This is our Foo Fighters game right here. Grand Warlord Voss bringing the Foos to the party. We're going to fight those Foos. Those foolish Foos. Oh, yeah. Alright, Young Legacy has Inspiring Presence, Motivational Charge, Superhuman Durability, and Surge of Strength. Absolute Zero has Cold Snap, Focused Apertures, Frostbound, Drain, Modular Realignment. Supply and Demand Benchmark has Auto-Targeting Protocol. That is the one that... yes. 5 targets, 1 damage. Cool, great. Flyby, Sub-Q Cybernetics. Again, I'm looking at these cards, just double-checking them. The first time he's dealt damage each turn, discard a card. If you do, he gains a hit point. At the end of the turn, he gains a hit point. And Threat Neutralizer, that's the environment destruction one. Fanatic has Brutal Censure, Chastise, Prayer of Desperation, and Smite the Transgressor. See 4 minions, Firesworn, Ion Lancer, another Firesworn, and a Soldier. Alright, fine. And a Shock Infantry, just for good measure. Okay, there it is. We will inspire. Inspire everybody to greatness. And we'll vaporize something. This can take energy damage. This one can't. Right. I'll glare at him. He was ugly, and he looked at me funny. I do love Cold Snap. Actually, I really love Cold Snap. I forget, were you around for the Handelabra stream where Chastising Impetus saved everybody from Oblivion on AoE? Probably not. Honestly, like, Tuesday nights are crazy for me, because I have therapy and then I have my Call of Cthulhu game. And then trying to find time for dinner in there somewhere, too. So yeah, I'm often not there. I'm, like, rarely around for any of the other streams on the Handelabra channel. Which is, like, sad, right? Because, you know, I'm part of the team, and I like to support the rest of the team, but, like, I've got my own stuff to do, you know? Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and do Cold Snap here. Not gonna use this power yet, because we're not set up for it. There we go. Onboard module installation. Oh, wait, maybe I was here for that. I vaguely remember something like that. Alright, we're going to start with the Sub-Q Cybernetics. Go ahead and get to maximum HP, play the top card of the deck, overhaul loadout. Alright, I drew up to 3 cards. Honestly, though, I'd rather have those all in hand. Alright, Ah, yes. Hey, Blink. I do remember, if I wasn't there, I do remember hearing about that. But yes, that is a very funny interaction. I don't have the extra card play or power usage right now, so we're gonna brutally censor something. Wow, this is a very non-aggressive start, but that's all right. Fanatic's got the aggression down to a science. Codename Highbrow. And she's just gonna basically wipe the board. Not quite. Okay, whatever. He's gonna die. Alright, yeah, discard a card. I can, yeah, cool. Okay. Modi Charge is not as good as her Glare, other than the fact that it gains everybody hit points, but Surge of Strength is pretty good. This makes her Glare even more toxic. What did Highbrow do? Hold on. Actually, if we order this right... Oh, she's gaining health. Okay. Alright, an onboard module installation. That's going to go get the fiery one. Isothermic transducer. We want to play that and then hit him, start attacking himself. Why are you hitting yourself, Absolute-Zero? Cool. Now we need to find those missile pods pretty quickly here. Let's see if there's... I don't think there's anything that can go get it. But there might be something to thin through the deck. Nope, that's not it. No. Alright, so the one I'm thinking of, though... Start of your turn, you may either draw a card or play a software. Perfect. Yes, love that. Okay, so those are going to unfortunately disappear. We have 3 Smite the Transgressors and no Absolution kicking around. Draw 2 cards immediately on the turn. I don't love that, actually. Do I just do this for no value? I actually don't know what to do here. Her power is going to take out Highbrow. Do we actually care about Highbrow? I mean, we don't love it. I'm just going to hang on to stuff. Yeah, I know, right, Greg? Ah, yes. I will hydrate with Pomegranate Power from GT's Kombucha. Not a sponsor, but Dave, let's talk. Thank you, boy. Thank you. Ah, no, that's the one I wanted. Okay, he's cranky, but he's got a Frost Hound. Sure. We'll glower at the Frost Hound. Back for strike, nice. Okay. Focused apertures isn't terrible. I really would like to get the other module kicking around, but I'm happy to do this for the time being. Blast him for 4. Not the one I was looking for. Nice. That's unfortunate. Draw 2, discard 2, play a software. I'm gonna run this out first. Come on. Dang it. Oh. Reveal cards. Pro tip, if you destroy the first software, you don't need to... Wait, really? What? I'm confused. Oh! Oh my god! Okay, I see what you're saying. So, okay. So... So this one is triggering, so destroy that first. Ah! Okay, that is what we call learning and growing. Now I'm significantly less afraid of that clause now. I'm not ready to increase damage yet. Yep, cool. Okay. Now I just binned the load on initialization, so let's go ahead and get that back. It does feel cheesy and unintended. I agree. But we're going to go with it, because it's there. It's tools available to us. Here's Holy Nova. That is really interesting. Thank you for that, Iron Moose. Thank you very much for that. Nope. Oh, the Conqueror. Yes, yes, exactly. Oh boy. Oh, hi. Have some cold damage, jerk. Okay, well we're not dead yet. We're okay. Here's a back fist strike to Voss's face for 6. Stronger than Dad. What's up now? Three-shot the Conqueror? Not exactly. Absolute Zero doing work. Frostbound Drain. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Like Omni Cannon are doing 10,000 damage to Oblivion's face. Yep, it's true. It's true. Those are tools built into the game. Might as well just take this out while we have a chance. Use the multi-point HUD, increase damage. Now we're going to play a card. As we've explored, Extreme Primordial's Fanatic, friendly firing on guys forever. Yes! Do a flyby. For a boatload. A pile of damage! Play another card. Yes, I wanted to do the Intel Analyzer. That was a good move. But not yet, because we don't have discard triggers yet. Oh, that's not what I wanted. But it's not the end of the world. Let's brutally censor something. Let's kill this patroller. Just clean things up a little bit. Zealous Offense. She's extremely offended. Open the blast doors! Open the blast doors! More hydration. Yep. Have an ally matrix already. This turns around and cracks in and kills that. I'm gonna run takedown. Give us a couple turns to just beat his face. It's fine. Yes. Good, good. Coolant Blast. Yeah, it's not terrible. Yeah, let's do Coolant Blast. For a bit of damage. Ah! There's the null point calibration unit. Yeah. Increase damage. Select a target. Yes. Take advantage of that cheese again. Hit him for 7. We're doing okay now. Unfortunately, we still don't have a second power. That's fine. She's okay with that. Moving right along. Ooh, Sacrosanct Martyr. Let's go. Someone can discard their hand. Oh. Who do we not care about having a hand? Or I could just skip this. The Foundry. I don't know if I've ever seen this card ever. Whenever a subject is destroyed... I couldn't read it. Stop doing things. Restore each other subject and researcher to their max HP. The first time a non-subject environment card enters play each turn, play the top card of the environment deck. Okay. Fine. Yep, she does her Divine Sacrifice thing. And everything's fine. I'm just going to Flying Smash for 5. think we just kill him. Another 5. There's another 3. Might as well throw out the null points, because there you are. Nope, Coolant Blast isn't going to go off, so we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. Yep, cool. Transducer for 4. He goes to 4. Benchmark, you got this? Probably. No. Oh, look at the... Okay. We can just yo-yo stuff right back in and out. No big deal. Yeah. Auto-targeting protocol. That didn't work. But that's alright, because Fanatic is ready. And considering she's been holding these all game, she's just going to go to smite the Transgressor and win the game. There it is. The Foo has been... The Foos, there's been more than one. He had a bunch of gene-bound idiots. The thing I was worried about there is, like, he was playing runner card stuff. And... The Foo is pitied. This is the style of the time. Yeah, that's true. Dude, the A-Team is so good. I haven't watched the A-Team in so long. Alright, what do we got? Alright, I'm gonna do a team of all flying heroes. And Benchmark being one of them. Let's get Benchmark. Let's get Idealist. Let's get Captain Cosmic. And Visionary. Here's a team. Environment with flying stuff. Celestial Tribunal? It's probably the most flying, about as flying as it gets. Right? Oh, right! Mobile defense platform. Duh, of course it is. You are absolutely correct. It is by definition flying. Sorry. Distracted by podcast stuff. So flying... We've already talked about flying villains. I suppose Omnitron is hovering. Yeah, let's do Omnitron. Omnitron has hacked a mobile defense platform. It's a very weird team. This is a very weird game. I'm okay with this. Terms and conditions may apply. Alright, this time around, Benchmark has auto-targeting protocol, flyby, intel analyzer, and thing I can't read. Exactly. We also beat her recently, and I was like, oh, God. I think we had Haka on the team and some other stuff. It was weird. Intervening path calculator. There we go. Idealist has focusing tiara, sound beating, strained superego, and vivid thoughts. Captain Cosmic has autonomous blast, construct cataclysm, cosmic crest, and cosmic weapon. Visionary has cerebral hemorrhage, prophetic vision, psychic maelstrom, and twist the ether. All right. Railgun. Neat. Uh-oh. The mouse pad's falling apart. Yeah, it sure is a start. Whew. I mean, maybe... Do I just intel analyze and try and get hardware? Flyby is a great start here, actually. The question is, do we just Vorp it, or do we play something else? I don't know. Everything in my hand is software. Yes, they're basically just one-shots for the moment. I think, like, my inclination is to return this to my hand and try and draw out of this. Auto target is another one AoE on the power instead of the power draw base. I'm gonna go with my gut here. There we go. We drew out of it. Mischief managed. Go Vivid Thoughts. Run out that. Run out Hedgy Hogs. Crack in. Swing with the robot. 2, 4. You're doing pretty good work on that EPE. Auto Blade is fine. I also don't hate Cosmic Weapon. Actually, let's go Cosmic Weapon. Let's put it next to Visionary. Then she has action beyond just her base. At the end of... Yeah, that's fine. We'll do this for now. Okay. Maelstrom is good. Although I prefer Hemorrhage here. This isn't quite going to get us there, but it's... I'd rather take 1 damage than 4. And we can get that on the crack back here. Oh. Blade battalions are showing up in force. Assault drone. Okay, fine. Here's the Legion Core. Move 1 software from your trash in your hand or use power. Okay, great. I like that a lot. Deployment actuation. On target 1, so I, for maximum value, kill that. Here's Sound Beating, but is focusing tiara better. Start of your turn, you may either draw a card or put a card from your hand under a concept in play. Whenever you use a power afterwards, you may put a... I do like that, actually. Let's run that right out. It's not going to do anything. Yeah, I agree, Crazy Ivan. It's definitely better. Just start charging up that atomic karate there. Auto Blade is pretty cool. Let's go Cosmic Crest. Put that into play. Take that all day. Just in case he needs an extra power. Because he does have some stuff that'll allow him to do that, which is pretty cool. It's not going to be enough. We're basically set up, though. We'll get rid of some stuff next turn here. That Battalion Gunner, man, he's out for it. Ow. Oh dear. Aha! Cosmic Crest doing work. Alright, let's go through these again. Does a bunch of targets 1 damage, whatever. Ah! That I like. Omnitron. Do more stuff. Let's put a robot in the robot. And let's give him a sound beating. Yeah, I mean, Counter-Measures is definitely worth playing there. And I recognize that it does, you know, handle itself too, which is pretty cool. Exactly, Gooey Chewy. You know how it is. You know how it is. Oh, I'm actually going to start loading up the stabby knives. Because I've got all these little doobers kicking around. Do I want to know? If you AoE the drones, countermeasures can kill them in the gunner. Yeah, true. I could also use Destructive Response. That'd be pretty cool. Mind Spike. So AoE, it's 1 target. Actually, though. I'm gonna play around with this. Let's kind of take our lumps here. Okay. That's a nuisance. Cosmic Crest, man. Putting in work. Again with this? Really? 2 of them? Good lord. I need to get rid of these drones. They're causing massive problems. There's the iPod. Spark of inspiration. She gains 1. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Get that. Get that. Get that. 2 shield generators is a bit of a problem. Not gonna lie. Start loading up the atomic karate again. Goes to 1 down. Okay. Benchmark doing work here. Whenever that target would deal damage. I'm just going to load up on benchmark. Wasn't enough. It's alright. That is a good... Thank you. That is a good point. Interpolation beam. All right. Well, now we're just going to deal him a ton of damage. That's the play here. Toxic damage, increased by 1. Let's go. And countermeasures is going to stick. We're going to run in the iPod here. Draw a card. Attack him again. It's toxic damage. Increased by 1. think I need to play Conceptualize? No. The toxic damage is a metaphor for running on fumes. Nice. Oh, perfect! Hedgehogs does work. As we all are in the year of 2022, yeah, it's true. Robot in the robot. All right, here we go. For 12, I think. 14, maybe? Hell yeah. Robot. There's robot. Put it under the robot. Idealist is doing her job. There are 6 constructs in play. It's not quite time to construct Cataclysm yet. Here you go, Benchmark. Have some more constructs. This Cosmic Crest, man. Yep, that's fine. Harsh offense. Suggestion. Sure, let's do it. Put this on top. Yeah. And we'll put this on the bottom. And we will swing. Karate. Alright, Blade Battalion dummies, what have you got today? Battalion Gunner's back. Oh, right. Shield generators are a thing. And Cosmic Crest, once again, not letting the damage through. Interp Beam, we knew that was coming. And we knew the Electromagnetic Railgun was also coming. Countermeasures prevents that. Swing, swing. Twist the Ether is going to do stuff. We're running on fumes. We're going to increase it by 1. Hurrah! More damage. Ow. 19. Okay. So we want to discard cards. That's where we're at here. Triple flyby into Intel. Then pod goes off. This might actually just kill him. Doesn't matter. It won't, but they'll kill the Battalion Gunner. Dead you. Into, what is it, Intel Analyzer? Discard cards. Let's put knives into the robot. Are we bored now? No. We're just gonna hit it with a robot. That's as if we planned it. We got him for exactsies. Feels good. $20 minutes. Well, with 20 minutes, all that, and yeah, you're right. No sedative flechettes. You're absolutely right. How did we earn that? We got lucky. Got lucky. All right. With 20 minutes remaining in the stream, we don't just do a Baron Blade speedrun. Oh no, we do an Ambuscade speedrun. Which same rules. Randomize a four-man team, four-person team, an environment, hit go, hold the button, and pray. So here we go. There we go. Mainstay, Road Warrior, Idealist, Chrono-Ranger, and Tachyon at the Court of Blood versus Ambuscade. Baron on hardest level. Nah. Baron Blade on hardest level, like... He's like, fine. I could do it. But, no, with 20 minutes left, we do an Ambuscade speedrun. That's the rules. We'll see how fast we can drop him. Alright. With... Looks like... I don't know, some number of times. Start the clock. Or, well, now start the clock. Auto turret. Reactive plating. Auto turret. Run and gun. Fine. Armed and dangerous. Great. Reactive plating. Oh god. Oh god. Okay. Yeah, we need to deal with the reactive plating before we can do anything else. So, with that in mind... Bike. Okay, fine. Well, we got a robot. We're ready to go. This may not be the fastest run ever. Oh, that's not going to do anything. I don't know why I did that. It's fine, whatever. Yes. Gotta remember how to play Tachyon. Like vanilla Tachyon, because I never use vanilla Tachyon. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Boy, he might just kill us. Kick tires. Sure, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Void Belter. Go. We need to deal with those platings are a giant problem. Making things up. Vivid thoughts. Start kicking things. Thank you. Just go. Start building up bounties here. Not the right one. Synaptic is fine. No, fine. I like that card. We'll bring it in. Okay, Matron Urtsy. Yes, yes! Help me out! Oh, of course it is. Okay. School of Hard Knocks. This is gonna hurt! Three coming back at every... Two coming back at every... Well... Three coming back at almost everything. Ugh. That was painful, but I think it's well worth it. Get the tiara. Cool. Move that. Under the robot. Let's go. We'll use the stabbing knives if we have to, but... Oh, yeah. No, it's bad. It's bad. We're doing our best. I'm starting to build up bounties, so we'll get them. I legitimately do wish that I had Best of Times Chrono-Ranger, although Eye on the Prize is a good draw. One burst card. It's not enough. HUD Goggles in. Research Grant in. Draw 2, discard 1. Start getting those bursts going. Okay, Unhallowed Halls, we knew that was coming. Had to be at some point. Charged attacks, that's a nuisance. Okay. Bring the bike back. Swing of the Belter. God, this thing needs to go. Okay, we got another Belter so we can blow up the one we've got. That's good. We're going to crash in for $1 billion here if we can. Yep. Vivid Thought's great. Perfect. 2 things, 2 damage. That gets rid of that. Oh god, I forgot about charged attacks. It's alright. I'm just gonna go with it. Ow. Plating's gonna go too. Here we go again. Charged attacks actually doing work for us, kind of. It's ugly. Mainstay might drop here. He sure did. Oh my god. Are we done yet? Ugh! We'll give her a sound beating. Ow! That may have been a little bit too fast and loose. But if we can stay alive... If we can stay alive, we'll be okay. Here's Eye on the Prize. Oh, doesn't actually kill her. Fine, whatever. Oh, man. Temporal Grenade, I guess. Come on, get rid of charged attacks for me. Thank you. Oh, the ultimate target. Nice of you to show up. Whew. Ugh. Nothing to play here other than pushing the limits. So we'll go for it. This isn't going to get through, but it gets another burst in the bin, and we got another Lightspeed Barrage. No, not yet. Come on. Yes, good. More bursts. Let's go. So you're saying there's a chance. Oh, there's not a chance. Yep, I overcommitted. That's gone very, very, very badly wrong. Yeah, I know. We might actually get a Baron Blade speedrun. Do an Ambuscade speed loss and then an Baron Blade speedrun. Oh, I've messed up. We've damaged him! That said, I can Hypersonic Assault. Prevents him from dealing damage. It's not great. I'm gonna go for it. Oh, I got another one. We'll survive another turn, maybe. No, we won't. Oh, God. This has gone horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. Oh, she can't... Nope. Unhallowed Halls is in. Draw cards, I guess. Hang on. Hold on, can we... No, we don't have anybody. Sucker Punch range. I'm doing everything I can. Hypersonic one more time. Can't deal damage, so we're fine. Just go again, I guess. For 9. Can Tachyon finish this out herself? I strongly doubt it. Oh, Blood Countess. That's not help. Oh, God. Yep, we're dead. That went very, very badly. Alright, fine. Baron Blade speedrun it is. Let's go. That's not a 4-player team. That is. Oh, God. Alright, fine. This is embarrassing. Alright, start the clock. There's a mobile defense platform. I'm gonna Blade Battalion. They're gonna smack. Here's Mirror. That's damage at least. Rampage, good. That's happy draws. Sure. Everybody draw a card. Another mirror. Fleet of foot. Hugh Immunin. Here, Moon. That one. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. Play Hugin Moon. Hugin Moon. Fine. Hardware. I'm back to not paying attention here, so... There we go. Oh, cool. Extra hard... Whoa! Hello! Oh, another one of these. We're back here again. Consider the price of victory. Okay. Burst cards. Sure. Okay. Oh god. Hasten Doom. Oh my god! Are we gonna get another loss? We are. Yeah, I know. I know. Adam and I were talking last night about some of the cards that he's drawn over the years. And like even pre-Sentinel stuff, like that was just real rubbish. And oh boy, there were some real stinkers. Consider the price of buying that art print at a convention. Go again. Get all the cards in hand. That one. Sure, why not? Play that one too. And that one. Everybody draw cards. What's this do? Sure. Looks like damage to me. Oh dear. That one. I don't know. That one. Oh, discard. That's enough. Okay. iPod. Sure. Hit him for 2. That's enough of that. Play another card. Sure, why not? It's fun. Yes, this is the card I want. Sure, why not? I don't know. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Okay, I guess we're just going for this then. I've been swinging with mirror, so let's keep the train rolling. We're increasing by 9. Seems good. Okay. Yep. Elemental redistributor. Fine. That's a nuisance, but whatever. Yeah, sure. Let's go. Flip him. We're over time here. It's alright. Stop hitting it, friends. Okay. Nimble strike. I guess. Oh, that's true. We'll get that Lightspeed Barrage. That's hopefully going to be our finisher. Elements. Did I literally only just attack her? Yeah, I sure did. Kill that. How many can I do? Get the birds back. Good. Taking advantage of weird things. Okay. Sure, why not? Play a thing, I don't know. Play that. I don't know, play that. Okay. Now we're going. Now we're moving. Imbued frailty. Delightful. Oh boy. Oh, no, that's not going to work. Neither is that. That might. I don't care. It's fine. The birds. The birds are there for us. Sure, let's put the pants out, because then you have them. Smash. Smash there, too. Yes. Pants. Get in the pants! Alright, only one card play, so... Unless... Yes, perfect. Flips 2 cards. Let's go Vortex. 4. Fine. And then Lightspeed Barrage for the win. Yes. And stop the clock. Definitely not our fastest. This is an example of when you want the optional discard. Yeah, right. But I'm not, during a speedrun, I'm not paying attention to it, unfortunately. Alright, thank you all so much for hanging out tonight and watching Tales from the Archive. If you liked what you saw, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, share our channel on social media and in person. You can follow Handelabra on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, as well as Handelabra Games here on Twitch. If you want to see some more content from me, including Zach Sucks at Games, Zach and Alex Gear Up, Trapped in Arkham, and Watching Paint Dry, those are my 4 Twitch stream shows. Twitch.tv/Another Letdown is the place to be for that. This week we've got Zach and Alex Gear Up Wednesday night at 7 Eastern. We will be playing Gears Tactics some more. Really enjoying that so far. Friday, Barkham Horror is our April Fool's offering of April Fool's Day. We are playing The Dogs of Arkham Horror, Bark Harrigan, Duke, I don't know, what are some of the other ones? Kate Winthpup, Skids O'Drool, and Jacqueline Canine. So that's gonna be a lot of fun. Chat interaction will be live over there. Donate to make our lives either easier or harder. And then Saturday we do miniatures painting. That's Watching Paint Dry. It's myself and Sentinels of the Multiverse illustrator Adam. We paint Marvel Crisis Protocol minis and other things, but mostly Marvel Crisis Protocol. In just under an hour, I will be live at twitch.tv/Ryugami-san for the This Is Difficult video game podcast. We'll be talking about video games and other things, but mostly just video games, and having a good time doing that. Podcast, yes, as Blink says in the chat, 55 minutes and counting. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, and PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and as always, in good old-fashioned cardboard and ink. You can get the game and more information at sentinelsdigital.com, and pick up Definitive Edition. The first expansion is on Kickstarter right now. It is Rook City Renegades. It will be up on Kickstarter for another, 3 days or something like that. So get on that if you haven't already. Looks so good. I can tell you from playtesting experience that it is just as good as it looks. So, yeah, enjoy. Folks, thank you again for tuning in tonight. It's been a rough weekend for me. This means a lot that you guys would hang out with me and chill and play some cool video games. So I will see you really soon. Have a great week. Be safe. Be well. And be awesome. Bye.